Hi, this is Jeff, and today this is Webby Guide Conversation. We're talking with foster dad John of the Critter Room on Facebook. John, welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to meet you. For those of you who don't know, John, tell us about the Critter Room. Tell us what it is on Facebook and what it is that you do a little bit.
The Critter Room was started out as just, well, it's a room that I had more than just kittens in there, so I always called it the Critter Room. Now it's just for my fosters, and I created a page on Facebook to share photos and share stories about the kittens to help them get adopted. And that's where it started, and the kitten cam came into the picture, and then everything just went crazy.
Okay, now you foster kittens for adoption. How long have you been doing that?
I've been fostering for Perfect Pals since 2008, early in the year, and it's been nonstop since then.
Why'd you get started? What drove you to do that?
Back in 2004, I believe, a friend of mine's cat had kittens, and since she lived in an apartment and couldn't have the kittens there, she asked me if I could foster them for her, since she knew I loved cats. I agreed, and I got fostering into my blood, and it was an itch I never could quite scratch until I contacted Perfect Pals and asked if I could foster for them.
Now, what does it entail? What did you have to do to get accepted as a foster dad? And tell us a little bit about fostering and what's involved with it.
To get accepted as a foster, you just have to contact your local shelter, tell them that you're interested in fostering. They'll go over what's involved, and if it's agreeable to you, then they give you basically your first set of kittens. It may not be newborns, most likely will not be newborns for your first.
So you went to them and you get accepted. Now, when you get your first set of fosters, you said were probably not newborn?
Now, I think they were about three to 4 weeks old, Tabitha and her kittens, and you could tell they were my first because there's probably well over 100 photos I took of them and posted online and shared with everyone else. And as they you know, it's like a first love. Your first fosters, you never can forget about them. And occasionally I still get updates on them and seeing how they look now. It's a special treat being able to see the fosters that you cared for, how they're thriving today.
What's involved in fostering? What does it entail?
If you have the mom with you, that changes everything. She does most of the work. When they're really young, all you got to do is really just stand by and just make sure she's got plenty of food and attention. She's the one who takes care of the kittens. And as they get older, then you start interacting with the kittens and socializing them, getting them used to having people around them. And that's absolutely critical when they're newborns, because that's what keeps them from turning feral.
So, I mean, they get used to you. They get handling from you. Chris plays with them.
Yes, he does.
So that begins the socialization process for them?
Yes.
Because, I mean, you look at the kittens that you fostered and you see them now, and they're all incredibly well acclimated and well-adjusted cats in whatever homes they've gone to.
Yeah, that's one reason why I'm glad that new fosters have created pages for them, because that's a side of the adoption process I normally don't see. Before the kitten cam, before I created the page, I would maybe get 1 or 2 email updates, maybe a month later, and then the rest is unknown. Watching them grow up, watching them turn 1, seeing how they look as an adult compared to how they looked as a kitten, it's great. It's an incredible blessing.